Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Edge channel. Former world champion Anthony Joshua said he will prepare for a rematch with Alexander Usyk under the guidance for a new coaching staff. I'm a loyal person. I believe loyalty is very important. I've been training in Sheffield all this time, but I've had a good chat with my coach and I want to try something new. I want to try a new environment. Maybe I can hold a training camp in Dubai. Maybe I can hold training sessions in Africa, in America. Just a new environment to be inspired again and take the heavyweight division by storm. Now is the time in my career when I'm going to do a real job and make some sacrifices. Everything is fine, everything will make sense in the future, but right now I intend to plunge into a new environment, work with new coaches and go to war. I have the attitude of a warrior, Joshua said. Recall that Usyk's first fight with Joshua took place on September 25. The fight took place in London at the stadium of the Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. The British heavyweight contested by unanimous decision of the judges, losing the world champion titles in the WBA, IBF, WBO and IBO versions. The famous Swedish heavyweight Wallin said that he was not impressed by the striking power of the current WBC world champion Tyson Fury. According to Wallin, Anthony Joshua has a heavier punch than the undefeated Briton, to whom he lost on points in 2019. Fury is a big guy, so of course he hits hard. However, I don't consider him a puncher. He is a very good boxer. I would say that he has heavy blows, because he is big, but Fury never shocked me. There was nothing like that. I fought Joshua twice in the amateurs and also sparred with him in the profi. I think Anthony probably hits harder, Otto Wallin said. Wallin, a former rival of WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, advises WBA, WBO and IBF title holder Alexander Usyk to focus on body blows if he fights the undefeated Briton. I think it's very important to hit Fury on the body, because he is a big guy and it's easier to hit the torso than the head. I believe that Usyk needs to go down to the body. He needs to get through Fury's jab. Usyk needs to move its upper body and it is very good at this, and also turn on its good legs. It is necessary to get closer to Fury, take advantage of the angles and hit the body, Otto Wallin said in an interview. Frank Warren, the promoter of the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, announced that his word will hold his next fight on March 26. According to Warren, the name of the opponent is still uncertain, but he doesn't rule out that Dillian Whyte will still get the opportunity to meet the champion. The WBC determines the distribution of the fee, and in the case of Whyte, I have no doubt that it will be 18-20. Whatever happens, Fury will hold the next fight on March 26. This is our goal, which we are going to. In their fight, in 3 fights, Whyte earned 3,000, and in the last fight, 5,000. During the last fight, Tyson earned 20 million, so Whyte can't count more than 80-20. In fact, if you look at the size of their fees, even 80-20 seems like a lot. The goal is for Tyson to defend his title on March 26th. If Dillian Whyte really wants to fight, then he will be his opponent on this day, Frank Warren said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support, your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support, thank you so much. UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou reacted to a recent post by Tyson Fury, who expressed the desire to fight with a mixed martial arts fighter. Earlier, the WBC title holder asked fans on social networks if they wanted to see him boxing with Ngannou in MMA gloves. It is quite natural that the Cameroonian did not remain silent, turning to Fury with a counter-offer. What about a fight according to the rules of MMA in boxing gloves? I can do you such a favor, Ngannou wrote. Fury did not take long to respond, writing the following tweet. You want to come into my world, challenging me and Deontay Wilder to hold a boxing match. What I can guarantee you for sure is that you will be knocked out, and you will also receive the biggest fee in your career, so think about it, Fury said. After that, the Briton was again answered by Ngannou, who declared his readiness to fight Fury according to any exciting rules. After I settle things on January 22, the fight with Cyril Gane, then I will fight with you according to any rules that you just want. In the ring, octagon or phone booth, wrote the UFC champion. Sergey Lapin, manager of the WBA, WBO and IBF heavyweight title holder Alexander Usyk, discussed the Ukrainian boxer's potential fight with WBC champion Tyson Fury. In the near future, we will find out the date of Alexander Usyk's rematch with Anthony Joshua, but maybe we'll find out something interesting. Why not assume such an option as a Fury-Usyk fight? It will be very interesting and historic event for boxing fans. If you remember, a year ago, fans were waiting for a fight for the title of absolute world heavyweight champion between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, but literally in one moment everything changed. I think everything is possible at this stage. Everything is constantly changing. The battle for the absolute heavyweight championship is a very cool event that has now been held for more than 20 years. If the fight between my fighter Usyk and Tyson Fury takes place, it will be a confrontation between two guys with a high boxing IQ. It seems to me that this fight will be like a chess game. The victory will be in the hands of the one who will perform his task as productively as possible. Now, there is no information about this fight, but recently I noticed that there is a lot of talk about it. We may find out something interesting very soon. Maybe it will be the United Kingdom or Saudi Arabia, Sergey Lapin said in an interview. Former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua believes that some modern boxers only pretend to be fearless warriors, ready to fight with everyone, but in fact, they have never been like that. I look at some of the other fighters, at their careers, and I think, when did they grow a couple of balls and start fighting with people? They weren't always so brave. All that we see today from individual fighters, let's look at them in the past. That's why I don't believe in their words, because I studied these guys. They are not real warriors. A real warrior is such from the very beginning. They weren't created like that. And as for me, I plunged into deep waters right after coming to boxing. I just want to be remembered as a real warrior who fought with everyone, Anthony Joshua said. AJ believes he can outbox WBA, WBO and IBF title holder Alexander Usyk in their upcoming rematch. I was supposed to fight Fury last August. If I'm not fighting the guy I'm supposed to fight, then I fight to fight the next strongest boxer. Usyk came from the first heavyweight, an excellent 12-round fighter. There was always a stigma on me. They said I couldn't box, like I was a big and clumsy bodybuilder. I said, okay, cool. Usyk won 9 rounds, I won 3. If I win 4 more rounds in the next fight, I will win. Let me simplify this task. Then I will be back on the path to the absolute championship again, Anthony Joshua told Sky Sports. AJ also claims that he doesn't make a tragedy out of his defeat by WBA, WBO and IBF title holder Alexander Usyk. I accepted my defeat. I'm not saying I'm bad, because I am a good fighter, and I failed with another good fighter. It just wasn't my night and we recovered, Joshua said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.